Namaste, Inspire Tribe. How are you guys doing? It's wonderful to see you. Welcome to the Live Inspired daily live stream. It is Wednesday, April 15th, 2020. Can you believe it? April 15th. It's unbelievable, but it's the fourth month in of this year, and we're so excited to see you all. Let's start this off with our wonderful mantra. We're healthy, we're wealthy, we're whole, and we are free. We're healthy, we're wealthy, we're whole, and we're free. It's so good to see you all. Let me see who's tuning in today. Please let us know where you're tuning in from. I know Emma is here. She's tuning in from Bella Italia. Then we have Black Sky tuning in, Rohit tuning in, we have Sunflower tuning in. Let me see, I saw Arizona somewhere. Where did that go? I thought, there you go. Arizona's here. Let us know where you're tuning in from, as always. I wanted to thank Drew is here, I think from Philly today. Rohit is tuning in from India. Namaste. And I wanted to thank you all so much for your wonderful comments. We are definitely behind on replying to those comments on all the videos, and I apologize for that, but you know, in time, it'll all happen. But thank you so much for always sharing your thoughts, your feelings, your inspiration with us, for co-creating with us. Yeah, Black Sky says Portland, Oregon is saying hello. Hey, Black Sky to Portland. Mariam is tuning in. Hallo nach Hamburg, wie geht's? She's tuning in from Hamburg, Germany. And yeah, and thank you for co-creating, you know, these beautiful live streams here with us. Since we brought in this wonderful game called the Center of the Circle, the energy's been off the hook, just beautiful. And we're just waiting for a few more people to jump on, so we will start this with, this new ritual, our wonderful 5-minute meditation, just to align with each other and feel the energies. So yeah, why don't we all start with taking a few deep breaths. Just breathe a little deeper. Become present, just arrive where you are. And while everyone's tuning in, I'm just going to say hi to Sean from Canada. Namaste. Cindy's tuning in. Just breathe a little deeper. Become present in this moment. And please just follow my voice, and you can repeat this in your mind. So when we breathe in, I'll say, I'm not the body. And as we breathe out, I'm not even the mind. I am not the body. I'm not even the mind. So just follow my voice and repeat it after me in your mind with your breath. I am not the body. I am not even the mind. I am not the body. I am not even the mind. I am not the body. I am not even the mind. I am not the body. I am not even the mind. I am not the body. I am not even the mind. I am not the body. I am not even the mind. I am not the body. I am not even the mind. I am not the body. I am not even the mind. I am not the body. I am not even the mind. I am not the body. I am not even the mind. I am not the body. I am not even the mind. I am not the body. I am not even the mind. I am not the body. I am not even the mind. I am not the body. I am not even the mind. I am not the body. I am not even the mind. I am not the body. I am not even the mind. I am not the body. I am not even the mind. I am not the body. I am not even the mind. And when you're ready, slowly open your eyes and return to this present moment. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us in this meditation. The beauty of this meditation is that it takes all of us beyond our human physical perception and even beyond our thoughts. There's no time to think. And so we just become what we are. That's the whole purpose of this kind of meditation. Thanks again, Black Sky, for having this wonderful idea to meditate together. So Sunflower says, why am I unable to see you right now? Is there anyone else who is having trouble seeing us? Everything seems clear on our end. And let me welcome you all one more time. Thank you. Good to see you, Cindy, Black Sky, Pam, Drew, Miriam, Rohit, Sunflower, Emma, Kelly. Is it Levon? Levon. It's good to see you all. Thanks for tuning in. And if you feel like it, if you want to invite someone in, just hit the share button, share it on your social media so we can expand as the Inspired Tribe. And Barb says, hello from Penfield in Western New York. It's good to see you all. Love on. Yes, love on. Beautiful. So today we wanted to talk about something very simple, omnipresent, and it's called love. Love, this wonderful, beautiful, greatest energy in the universe that is literally the center of our attention day in, day out. It's what our lives are about. We have truly built our lives around love. And one thing that has become so clear to us over the years and decades is that love is not some mystical energy that one day shows up and one day leaves you and there's nothing you can do about it. We have forgotten about the wonderful practices, the wonderful implementation of love into our daily lives to understand that love is really a 4-letter verb on top of being a 4-letter energy. And to do and practice love and to build your life around love has, first and foremost, the foundation is your intention for that. And I remember when Kristin and I first got together, we both as individuals felt that love was at the center of everything for us. And so when we fell in love with each other, we kept hearing that, we would hold hands everywhere and kiss everywhere and hug all the time. And the well-meaning people around us would say, well, this is all going to fade away. Eventually, you're just going to be like any other couple and, all of that. And, the better parts of 2 decades in, and we still kiss and hug and hold hands all the time. But there's one thing. It isn't like this mystical energy is just somehow attached to us. It is because we have built our lives around it. We have infused every area of our lives with love. And we have made it the most important thing in our lives. More important than any business, more important than money, more important than, so-called status. All of those things were not as important to us as love. But the wonderful thing is that because we've infused every aspect of our lives with love, every aspect of our lives turns out to be something that we love. And so it becomes better and better all the time. And one thing that we as society in our cultures have forgotten is how to build a space of love. And if so, those of you who already read the wonderful Ringing Cedar books, there's a lot of talk about the space of love and how to create it. And it truly inspired us to create a space of love within our family, to create a space of love, a living space of love. And that means to consciously get in touch again with nature and build your own little piece of paradise on this planet. And whether you start in your apartment, on your balcony, or with plants in your apartment, or whether you already have a little piece of land where you start to interact with nature, where you start to build your space of love, it's not so important the scale of things than the intention. And when love becomes the most important thing in your life, then what you carry out into the world is love. And so everything that you touch with love. And that's been, for so many years, one thing that I, in my meditations over and over and over, I sent this energy and this word out into the world, into the governments and all the places of so-called power. And all I wanted to send out is love. Because that's the one thing that is missing. And if we learn again how to create a space for love and a space of love, then the so-called problems, the hundreds and thousands of problems that we are facing today are just going to go away, because there's nothing that love cannot heal. There's nothing that love cannot heal. And I wanted to let you know, I'm a hugger. I'm a hugger. I have literally transformed the stiffest people into huggers in my reality. Maybe a very good friend of ours might be watching today. Not going to say his name, Michael. And and so when I first met him, he was not a hugger. And I would hug him, I would just hug him. I would hug attack him. Sorry for that. And he'd be very stiff and just kind of like, yeah. But I just kept hugging him. Today, he's one of the best huggers I know. I think that dude, he can hug the living Jesus into you. Not out of you. Really, really good hugger. And so people that know me, that, I hug strangers sometimes if I feel like it. Not in a forcible way, but just giving love. And so if you see me on the street somewhere, if you see me outside right now, don't worry about a thing. Come over and hug me, okay? Don't worry about social distancing. Don't worry about no viruses, because I don't worry, sure as hell don't worry about it, so you just come over and hug me. And honestly, if anything's more important in your life than love, then get your priorities straight, because everything else is built from love. And it's it's up here, bliss, love, these energies are up here, they're on the upper scale. That's when the frequency is the highest. That's when things go the best in your life. And when that becomes your priority, guess what? If you have children, it's going to become their priority. If you have children, they're going to watch you. They're going to feel that. They're going to see that above all, you put love. And it is always the most important thing. You make your decision. All of your decisions, if they come from a place of love, they can't come from a place of fear. It's either or. When they come from a place of fear, you're going to have a lot more decisions to make that are going to be fearful. If they come from a place of love, they're always wonderful decisions. It's how you're walking the right path. And so your children are going to feel that, and their children are going to feel that too. And you have then created, just by being a loving being, you have created this wonderful energy for generations to come. You've literally changed the world into a more loving place. What could be more important than that? Let me see what you guys are thinking about this. I see Tiger Lily is tuning in from Switzerland. What part of Switzerland? I'd love to know. Black Sky, when people have friendship first, love comes naturally, love and respect. Let me see. Then a lesson in working on is love is a choice, not at all easy, but simple. My friend made me a hugger. Pam says that. See, you have a friend like I am. Drew says, I'm getting you guys to New York and John to play for a big audience in Central Park, and we will hug. Oh yeah, we will hug. Where's Christine? Christine is coming. She's going to join us. She's right over here. She's definitely watching your... Oh, that's Tiger Lily tuning. Oh, half an hour from Zurich. From Zurich, Grüezi, in the Schweiz. Sunflower said, why did you used to be a non-hugger? No, I was always a hugger. I was always a hugger. But so for those of you who haven't yet, there's this wonderful, and we will keep talking about it. There's this wonderful book series called The Ringing Cedars. The link is in the description. Get those books. There's never been a better time to read those books and to understand the importance of love and why I almost predict this, that we're going to see, maybe not in the next election or so, or the election cycle after that, but we're going to see within a short period of time love become the center of attention, even in the political arena. We're going to see love become the most used word, even in the political arena. I think it's going to turn into the most important thing again, because people understand that where there is love, there has to be abundance. Where there is love, there has to be health. Where there is love, there has to be prosperity. Where there is love, there has to be happiness. Because true, authentic love entails it all, right? So rather than keep doing what we have been doing and fighting over differences in how to get there, let's remind ourselves what love is and the importance of it and the importance in our lives, and how it is a verb, how it is something that you do, and how it has tremendous meaning for the people around you. And also, here's another thing. If you don't feel the love, you don't have to interact with people at that point in time. And there's always a choice to make. And I'm going to tell you this because we have observed this in our lives, and it's turned to a lot of people that we used to be friends with have turned away from us, but not because they don't like us and not because we don't like them, but because they, in their lives, have not yet made the choice that love is the most important thing. And so when they're with us, they were reminded of that. And the discrepancy didn't work out, and so they've slowly faded away, and that's fine. But what we do see is some of those people have made the decision to make love the most important thing in their lives, and the joy and the happiness that is in their energy, in their aura, just the beauty that they emanate. I mean, it's wonderful, and the impact that they're having on people around them. And so we encourage you to meditate on that, meditate with love, and see what your life is when you, just for one day, for 2 days, for a week, make it the center of your attention, the center of your intention, and how different you see things. Because again, where there's love, there's no fear. And love, if you think fear is contagious, my God, love, you can spread that thing, you sprinkle it like it's free, because it is. Spread it everywhere. Spread it and sprinkle it on everything. It's the most powerful energy. I'm going to go back and see who else tuned in. We have Indonesia today. We have Lena from Sweden. It's cool that you're tuning in from Sweden. I've been reading a lot about your country and how it's dealing with all of this a little differently. We applaud you. We think, at least from what we're observing from afar, it seems to be amazing. If you could let us know a little bit how things are going in your country, that would be awesome. We'd love to hear that. Drew wrote something beautiful. That's what I experienced from you all on Saturday. I had a deep burning cough, and it was gone in like
6 hours.
6 hours from your love. I should wear my glasses today, probably. Um, I wish for every human to experience this. I will let it. Well, thank you, Drew, so much for. So what happened on Saturday? Drew was the center of the circle.
We used him.
He said we could use him. Actually, Drew used those words. He said he's never said it to a woman. Really? But he said use me, because that's when we did the game for the first time. We're gonna do it in a little bit here too, and I think today is Violet here today? I didn't see Violet because I think it would be her turn to nominate who's in the center of the circle today. Black Sky says, Drew, that feeling is amazing. She was in the center of the circle. Drew says, no, he never did say that to a woman, use me. Well, good. Then Sunflower says, it's so amazing to be with everyone on internet. Yes. Then Tarini says, will meditation help manifestation specific person? We've talked about this before, and there's a grander perspective on this, and maybe that will be a question maybe for Yusi at some point. My short answer is probably it's better than you think it could be. It's even better than you think it could be. That's all I'm going to say for that. So what do you guys say? Do we want to jump to our new favorite game? Or do we have some questions for Yusi today? We can invite them in if you guys want to. Black Sky Black Sky says, Drew, when you find the right one, you will ask her if you know what's good for you. And it's getting spicy. I'm not talking about the water. One thing too, because I was talking about love and the people, about the people in our lives, that it's interesting how people say, I don't have time for love. I'm working on my business. I don't have time for love. You know, my job requires everything of me. And isn't it interesting how this can fall away so quickly, like it did for so many of us in the past weeks and months? And all of a sudden, you have nothing but time. And time's a four-letter word. Love's a four-letter word. You know, love is time. Time is love. There's a beautiful song by Josh Turner, country artist, Time is Love. Love that. It's a really, really good time to start building your life around love. And to me, building your life around love and building your life around God or the highest or all that is, it's the same thing to me. There's no difference in that. Love is all that is, you know, the universe, God is all that is. You're in immediate contact and alignment with the Creator. So let me see. I think a lot of us, Cindy, are learning that we have to love people from a distance right now. Pun intended. You're speaking my language big time, brother. Above all, love each other deeply because love covers over a multitude of sins. It's a good perspective too. How is love meditation? Okay, this is one of the easiest. So a few days back, we did a meditation together where we said, breathe in God and breathe out everything else. Now substitute God for love. Breathe in love and breathe out everything else. And do that for 10, 15, maybe 20 minutes. Literally, in your mind, you say, I breathe in love and I breathe out everything else. And you will see how, maybe even on the first day, but after a few days, how your whole body will tingle. And you will feel, there comes a point where you feel love in such amazing ways that your body simply doesn't give you enough space to hold it, and then you let it all out. That's when you become bigger than you are, grander than you are. You become pure love. So this is really easy. A wonderful, easy meditation to do that. So yeah, if we have no questions for you today, then either way, I will invite my most wonderful, beautiful, gorgeous wife to join us.
Wordy.
Sunflower, it's 2 a.m. in my country and I am still awake because I've been waiting for you for so long. Oh,
That's sweet.
Wait, 2 a.m. in your country. That's literally 12 hours ahead. Where are you?
India, or where is that?
Are you... Rohit says it's 1 a.m. Where's Sunflower tuning in from? I'd love to know.
It's 1 a.m. Oh, that's my bedtime.
So, since Violet is not here today, will you do the honors?
Oh.
Who would like to be in the center of the circle today? For those of you who don't know how it works, it's a wonderful game. Kristin woke up a few days ago and had this idea. So basically what we do is
Hey, Rosie.
We pick someone who is in the center of our attention, the center of the circle. We tune into their energy, and then the words that come up, the positive, uplifting words that come up, we write in a live chat that describe that person or that we feel from their energy. So that's basically the game. No worries, no worries. There's no such thing as being late. So who would like to be in the center of the circle today?
Indonesia. Oh, wow.
Jakarta, Indonesia. So Sunflower, are you in that region too? So
if I should choose someone?
Yeah.
Let's... Lavon?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Lavon?
Yeah.
Lavon? You just let us know. Lavon, are you... Yes, Lavon says yes. Are we talking girl or boy here? I just want to, just so no one says something. Black Sky says cool.
Female.
All right. Well,
all right. Let's tune in.
Lavon is in the center of the circle today. So let's tune in and see what comes for her. We have calm. You got balance.
Mm-hmm.
I got free.
Calm again.
Chill. Centered. Nice. Warm-hearted, honey. Loving, light-hearted. Funny and independent spoken. I see the color blue, says Kelly. Caring. Peaceful, yes. Considerate, flirty. Kind.
Oh. Is this right?
I think so. Spirited, thoughtful, relaxed. I want to say wise. Unusual but great sense of humor. Deep. Yes. I get that too.
Mm-hmm.
Grounded, relaxed. Tanisha.
Cindy is saying, I feel so relaxed when I think about Lavon. Yeah,
Yes.
that's true.
We feel the same way. Black Sky says strong. Warm. Nice, centered, happy.
Warm, fuzzy feeling.
Happy. Yeah, Lavon has a very calm,
Very centered.
Very centered.
balanced. She's saying great appreciation to you all for sharing, touching my heart.
right? Black Sky says the same thing. I feel relaxed when I think of her also. Yes, that's a very calming, beautiful energy you have. Thank you for bringing it to the love stream here. Cindy says, thank you, Lavon. It's amazing, Lavon. That's what Drew says. Driven, happy, warm. Wonderful. It's wonderful to see how this peaceful energy, like in all of those words, they all have a very similar energy that describes you. Visionary. It's a beautiful word too.
Beautiful word, yeah. So nice, my spirit is seen. That's beautiful.
Cindy says, I'm floating. Beautiful. So let us know also what when you look at your life, and not just Lavon, because she already has the name to go with it, but if you think and feel about your life, where is love? How important is love in your life? Is there something that's more important when you think about, when you make a decision, how important is love? And to come from a loving space. There's more words for you. Look at that. Powerful, fun, serene, brave. This is such a circular energy. I don't know how to better put it. It's interesting because the words are never the same. Like some of the words are, of course, being used every day, but they never have the same energy. It's so wonderful to see that. Fun and happily free. Ease, easy.
Independent, yeah. That's beautiful.
You're making me chill out. I feel like Lavon is someone who, she knows who she is. There's no doubt about it. You know who you are. Intense. You might not always tell everyone who you are, but you know who you are.
Well, that's the most important thing.
That's when life starts getting really good. Right?
Right. I agree.
Yeah, we're just sitting here and watching the live chat. That's what we're doing right now. I feel so calm and peaceful. Love is breathing. I feel like it would be a good day to invite our friends in.
Okay,
They
well,
might have to add something. So we're going to invite our friends in. You see, for those of you who don't know them, eternal, universal, consciousness, why. And if someone has, I don't even know if it's about questions or if it's just about something that they have to say to us. You guys ready?
Always ready.
Always
Born
ready.
ready.
We're excited to be here.
Thank you so much for being here and for joining us.
Oh, yes. We wouldn't miss it for the world or the lawnmower.
Yeah, our neighbor.
It's a really, really good time to come together in all the available arenas. And you humans have become so creative with doing that and connecting with each other and connecting with all that is, with Source, with the universe. Really, really good. Are there any questions floating around for us at this point in time?
Not right now, no.
Good. This is actually the preferred state for you to get into real calmness, get into the deeper states of meditation, because when desire subsides and when this deep questioning and the questions subside and this calm energy comes in, that is where what humans call big jumps or quantum leaps happen. Is because when your desire doesn't occupy your mind becomes still. And when your mind is still, you become still. And when you become still, you can open yourself up easily. There's nothing distracting you or occupying you. And then when you open up your energy, then you can allow for the flow of wisdom, information, and source energy to come through you and to you in the most unhindered ways. And these times are the most powerful for you. That's why often it is not the times when you have the greatest desires or the biggest questions when you make the grandest jump. It is when you're sitting on a park bench and when you're literally thinking about nothing, that something so big comes to you, and the words and ideas and energies come to you that are bigger than you could have thought they could be. And so we encourage you to use this time and to go into even deeper silence, to open yourself up and receive. It's your time to receive. It's a really, really, really good time to receive.
That's beautiful.
So this is what we would like to give to you in this moment in time. To go within, open yourself up, and see the beauty of all that is coming through. And so.
It is.
And so.
It is.
And so.
It is. Thank you.
Wonderful.
Do you guys have any more questions for us?
Yeah. Do you have any more questions for us? I don't know the color of my eyes. Yours are blue, but I don't know mine. I don't know that anyone...
They are greenish blue.
Yeah, they're bluish.
Bluish.
Yeah, thank you, honey, for that awesome game.
Well, I came out of a meditation and I thought about it, and yeah, I told my honey and said, "What do you think?" And he said, "Yeah, let's do that." So
Tiger Lily says, I feel so at peace when I'm in alignment, but I'm so easily distracted by life and contrast. What can I do to stay where I want to be? I don't think there's such a thing as staying someplace. I think it's always evolving, always moving. So, and here's a good thing, and that's something that Christine reminded me of the other day. We were talking about, do you know how there are those nights where you didn't make big plans, but through wonderful coincidences, you meet some people and you sit together and you chat and you have a really good time. It's really funny, you laugh, best jokes, most fun, most everything, and you just feel so inspired, and it's wonderful. The conversation is amazing. It's all awesome. And then when you part ways, you say, we should do it again sometime. And then the next time you try to recreate that so hard. Same settings, same people, same beverages. You try to make it happen again, but it doesn't happen again. Because the one time it was led by source, and the other time you were just trying to recreate that. And I feel, Tiger Lily, that's kind of what's the thought that came to me when you asked that question. Don't try to recreate those situations. Go with the flow. And sometimes what you feel as distraction is just taking you a step forward. But if alignment is your intention, and if you know what gets you into alignment, like little things or little thoughts or a peaceful moment, just make that your most important thing. Well, what could be more important than that?
And don't judge yourself for not being aligned. That's a huge part, I think, in our society. People are judging and saying, oh, I did not do this, or oh, again, I'm out of alignment, or I feel this or that. I think this is keeping us from being in a aligned state. Just go with the flow. Think about something that feels really good or puts a smile on your face or whatever, and go from there. I think it's baby steps, baby steps, baby steps, baby steps. But all those little baby steps will bring you in a beautiful flow.
Oh my God, yeah. For those of you who had babies, when they start walking, their baby steps, I mean, they take them far, really far. You take your eye off for a moment. And so, Drew said something great. I don't have to save the world. I don't think the world needs saving.
Yeah, sports gets me in alignment. I agree. Me too. Or walking, like walking out in nature. That's an immediate shift for me.
Yeah, like we do it. That's what brings us, that's what tunes us into the live stream the most, because
that's
we always...
That's what we do every single day before we go live. We go
take a long walk.
3.5 mile walk.
Yeah. Rohit says, is aligning following your feelings, or what is alignment? That's a really good question, because what are feelings, and is stress, anxiety, fear? Alignment means that you are out of this human judgment zone, to me, where you rely on your senses and what you see and feel and hear and smell and taste and touch, because this is ever changing. What you hear and what you see is always going to change. Alignment to me means when you listen to that higher part of you and that voice that we all have, and give yourself, because it is kind of a discipline thing too. I know we ease and feel our way into alignment, but it requires discipline, especially in a world full of distractions, to allow yourself to become quiet. And what does that mean? To not speak, to not look for more stimulation in the outside. And that's, to me, where alignment comes from, is when you let go of the stimulation from the physical reality and see what happens. You can't force your way into alignment. There's no such thing. It is just allowing. More than anything, it's allowing.
Oh, that's sweet. Sunflower is saying, I literally never had single friend, but honestly, this is the first time I'm feeling so good and beautiful.
I'm going to join Drew here in saying, friends here. You have at least 36 friends at the moment, Sunflower. And you're part of the Inspired Tribe. There's nothing you can do to change that. You're part of the Inspired Tribe. Feel Good Channel says, did we get a chance to answer Rosie's question? Rosie, might you be so...
It was something about, but we were already out. It was something about the world parting. Are we moving into another world? I've heard people say we're going to split into two worlds and some people will be left behind.
So I can give you we've been talking about that in
a little different way.
So let me guide you to a maybe better way to answer that question, rather than just thinking what I think is. Think of a you. So let's go into this quantum idea that there's an infinite amount of dimensions. So we live in one dimension. There's another dimension, which means there's you in every possible combination and setting possible. Okay, so let's say that you have a desire in, what you want to be, what you want to do. Let's take, it doesn't matter what it is, whatever it is. And then when you go into meditation, imagine walking through a door and you meet the you that is already living everything that you desire to live. Your, whether it's a dream job, occupation, partnership, love, everything that you desire. Imagine walking through that door and meeting that person, the other you, and just spending some time with her and allowing her to give you some pointers or answers, because that you already exists, because you couldn't have those desires if that didn't exist in a realm already. And that you will give you all the answers, or at least guide you towards your answers better than anyone else could. As you know, and so if there's an infinite amount of dimensions, then it's frequency, really. It's just different frequencies.
Vibration, yeah.
It's like you have so many radio stations that are broadcasting their signal, and depending on where you tune it into, it's what you're going to hear, right? And the interesting part is, you could be on 101.2 and have, a wonderful classical station that plays classical music, puts your mind at ease, makes you feel really good, high vibing, and then you can tune into 101.4, right? Slightly different, and you have someone who's just spitting out their guts and is really in a low vibration, right? So you see, it's so little tuning that sometimes makes all the difference, whether that's a beautiful thing or it doesn't feel good. But I think that's would be my path to getting that answer.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Sylvia says that would be the best feel ever, meeting the best of me. Yes, but you have that possibility. The best of you, actually, you are the best of you, but the version of you that is living what you desire to live already, that exists in another dimension. So why not make friends? Why not, visit them? And that's what's, known as quantum jumping. And if you look at people that have been teaching it and doing it for a while, they will tell you amazing stories about how they met the person who already knew. Like, someone wanted to know how to play the piano. They, in meditation, met the other me who already plays the piano, and they learned so much faster than you ever could how to play the piano, because they were aligning with that version of them that already knows how to do that. How do you visit yourself? Actually, there's a multitude, really a lot of ways to do that. But one thing that we have done is, when you go into meditation, relax really deeply. It's almost like you hypnotize yourself, which you can imagine with every breath you take, going down a set of stairs, and you're going to you're walking towards a door. With every breath you take, one more step,
Deeper and deeper.
Feel yourself relax deeper until you arrive at that door, and there's a bright light behind the door. And eventually you open that door, and your intention is to meet with the you that is everything you desire to be, that already is living it, right? Money, house, whatever it is. And have a conversation with them, and they will have something to say to you. That other you will have something to say to you. A thought, a feeling, something will come to you.
Or a picture of a scene.
Exactly. And that's what you take with you. And then trust that guidance. Most of all, trust that guidance, because it might lead you into a completely different direction than you were going right now. Trust that guidance.
A little more meditation. Well, meditation is part of everything.
Black Sky says, I will have a random thought of a bill. I will switch it with a vacation on the sea. Good.
Good.
And go out and Google or YouTube or whatever, quantum jumping. It's
Bert Goldman, I think.
Bert Goldman is just look it up and see. It's always the same path. It's for you to relax so deeply that you can access these other dimensions and spheres, and try it and let us know how it works. And we've done it, and it was beautiful, and it is most likely nothing like you'd expect it to be.
Sounds similar to a shamanic journey. Um,
I guess.
I guess, yeah.
The more you explore this world of meditation, the spiritual world, the unseen, you will know that we're just finding new words for the same thing. You know, um, maybe someone who feels like shamanic is a religious word or is loaded in a way, they will just give it a new name that is more neutral. And so I feel like spiritual teachers come along, find new words for the same principle, but once a word has been used so much, it gets a certain energy and a loaded meaning, and that pushes people away. That's why a lot of spiritual teachers are not talking about God with using the word God, because they feel God has been misused in religion so much, but they will talk about the same principle. It's like, Alan Watts always said,
Yeah, she says like the word God, yeah.
you can't get wet from the word water. So yeah. Sunflower says, I actually meditated in October 2019. One day, my toe started wiggling. From that day to this day now, my tongue is being controlled by someone. They might be like you. Please tell me what is going on. It's interesting. I never had the feeling to be controlled in any way. Um, I did through this journey of communicating with UC and with the other side. I remember one day where I just opened myself up to whoever wanted to come through, and that's when I saw a lot of different pictures from different spirits and entities coming through. I never did that again, because imagine this: behind this veil, there is an infinite number of souls trying to get messages through for the very different reasons. But set your intention. Everything that is loving, everything that is giving, uplifting, that's the kind of energy that you want in your life. And it can go any which way. So your intention, as always, if your intention is pure love, then messages of pure love is what you're going to get. If your intention is something else what's what you're going to get.
Mm-hmm. There's a conversation going on about negative people. Lessen your conversation with toxic people, you will feel better.
Yes, that's good. I'm not to jump too much on that, but it's interesting. Also, one thing to end any negative conversation is to be really positive. If you're really loving, the complaining person usually either hangs up or joins you in the
does not contact you as often anymore, because I think it's annoying for them.
Yeah. Interesting. Go to the Abraham segment that we posted this morning. It's pretty on point about what you're talking. It's called Time. Receive It Now. That's the segment of this morning.
It doesn't happen overnight, Black Sky. That's so true. Baby steps, baby steps, baby steps.
Rosie asked a good question. How do you know the difference between intuition and just a thought? When you ponder, and when you linger on thoughts, and when you sit with them for a while, the longer you kind of do that, you can distinguish between an intuitive thought. And here's listen to this, because I think it's really important. An intuitive thought always leads you to the best possible outcome for you. Now, an intuitive thought can feel scary at first because it might mean to do something completely different than you plan to do
or used to do.
But an intuitive thought has an intensity that a disconnected thought can never have. Intuitive thoughts have this, they usually, and this is really important, usually intuitive thoughts are completely away from your thought pattern that you're having. It means that you're thinking about tea, you're thinking about boiling water, you're thinking about taking the cup out, and all of a sudden you think of Grandma Rose somewhere far away. And if Grandma Rose all of a sudden, boom, comes into your mind, that's an intuitive thought. It either means call her, write her a letter, or she will call you. So those intuitive thoughts they come from, when you just connect a little bit, you get them. When you just connect, the more you connect, the clearer they become. But that's kind of a way for us to know if it's an intuitive thought.
My dad says negative things, and I'll change the subject and start talking about the weather or animals or pets. Yeah, I totally get that.
Yeah, and it's wonderful because if you come from a loving energy, love is always, love is the brightest person in the room. Everything is, it just is like magnetic, and either you move towards it or you want to move away from it. Like people hang up and say, okay, you're a good mood. It frustrates me. What are you so happy about? Our neighbor says that sometimes. What are you so happy about? He's joking. I think if you ever seen the movie Dennis, he's Mr. Wilson. Check it out. We like him, but what are you smiling about? Life.
Okay.
Drew, I just want to jump on Drew's thought because interestingly enough, at the end of last year, 2019, I kept thinking, mind you, my dad lives on the other side of the planet. So I kept thinking, I need to call my dad and I need to invite him over so he comes and sees us. I felt like time was running out. I kept telling Christine, I don't know what it means, but I feel like time is running out. And so this sickness thought came to my mind too. I can't say it was an intuitive thought. The only intuitive thought was time is running out. And so I called my dad, and my dad says, yes, I want to come in spring and see you guys and prepare. And I didn't tell him, but I thought, you got to come earlier. Time's running out. And now I understand why, because time literally was running out as no one can travel right now. And where he lives, he currently lives in Croatia. It might take a whole lot longer to be able to travel than it is here in the States. So yeah, Drew, so you see how those thoughts can mean different things. Not to say that that isn't your intuitive thought, just... All right, you guys. We're going to tune out and go back into nature. Thank you for joining us for this hour or so.
Yeah, I'm gonna rescue my vegetables.
Yeah, it was very cold here in Tennessee last night. And
True saying, not sure what you mean, Sean. Let's meditate more. That's a good thing.
I don't even know how... Did you hear the whole part of what I said? So basically, my thought was, time's running out. I need to invite my dad to come over. And my mind went to, I thought he might be sick. That's why time's running out. But he's not, at least not that we know of. So this time's running out thought was then actually connected to this global situation that no one can travel. That's what I thought. And we invite Lavon to tune in again tomorrow because you are going to nominate tomorrow who's going to be in the center of the circle. We love you all, and we're wishing you...
And inspired.
And wonderful.
And grateful.
Loving.
Blissful.
Rest.
Of your day.
See you tomorrow, Inspired Tribe, 2 p.m.
tomorrow.
Central Standard. We love you.